Alright, here we are with our chain 52, and we are going to go into the 4th chain, and you are going to loop under your yarn and do the first part of a double crochet. This is a puffy stitch. You're going to do the first part of a double crochet 3 times. And so when you go through and you have your first part of your double crochet, you're going to have 4 loops on your chain. So you're going to do a chain 1 after each puffy stitch, loop under. Let me get my yarn out. Hopefully this will be a good explanation. This is a very beautiful blanket when you're done. So we're going to loop under the yarn, go through the next chain, you skip 1 on your chain and go through the next hole, grab your yarn and pull through 2, loop under, go through the same hole, grab your yarn and pull through, grab your yarn and pull through 2, loop under, go through the same hole, grab your yarn, pull through, grab your yarn, pull through 2, and then you should have 4 chains on your hook. And then you're going to chain 1, and each puffy has 3 stitches in it. Okay, so you're doing 3 of the first half of a double crochet. You're pulling through and you're pulling through 2. Okay, so each time you're going to get 1 more strand of yarn on your hook, and when you're done with 3 stitches there in your puffy, you should have 4 strands of yarn on your hook, and then you're going to chain 1 at the end of each cluster. So once you get the hang of it, it's fairly easy to continue. So if you need to go back and watch that, I'm going to explain it here a little bit more on another section. If you want to just keep going, or you can go back and listen to that explanation. I hope this is thorough, and I have just loved making this blanket. So you're going to do 3 first halves of a double crochet in each stitch, and then you're going to pull through all 4 loops on your string when you're done, and do 1 chain after each one. You're going to skip 1 chain for each cluster. So there we are with the 2nd stitch. Here is the 3rd stitch. And then you should have 4 loops on your hook, and you grab your yarn and pull through all 4. And then you chain 1. Now right here, we are going to go in the very last stitch, the very last chain, and we are going to do a cluster. Make sure you keep your tail out of the way there. And if you're unsure on each end what to do, a cluster or a double crochet, you just kind of look at the row before. On the very first one, you're going to do a cluster on the end, and then you're going to pull through all 4, and then you're going to chain 3, because you're going to do a double. You're basically chaining up for the next row. So here we go with 1, 2, and 3 chains, and that's how you'll end each row as you go up the blanket. And then you turn your work, and in that first big open space is where you're going to do your next cluster. So you're just going to go in with the loop under, and you're going to grab your yarn, pull it through, and start your cluster. And once you get your 3 stitches, and I had to double check a few times on these I would check and make sure I had 3 in each cluster, and then 4 on each, 4 loops on the hook before you pull through all 4, because sometimes they kind of, you'll miss a stitch or whatever, and you like loop under too many and there's not enough on the hook, and so it looks a little funny when that happens. So you just kind of double check each time. And another trick here is to keep your tension, to keep your, pull your yarn through enough that it's not super tight. You don't want it to be super tight because this yarn is really thick and soft. You want to use the Bernat baby blanket yarn, and it is very soft. And so you want to make sure your stitches are loose and pliable, I think that's the right word, because you don't want it to get too tight. And you'll see my email there if you want to send a picture of your finished work, or if you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to send me an email. I would love to meet some of my people that are watching and get to know some of you a little more. I really love doing this, and I hope that this is a very helpful tutorial. This is one that I think I could repeat. I could make this blanket, and it doesn't take very long to make it. It took me a long time to do the video because I had the wrong yarn, and then I had the wrong needle, and it was like I had obstacle after obstacle to get this video out. But now that I got the right yarn and the right needle, it's actually a little smaller than it should be, because the needle I ordered did not even come. It never came, so I had to use a different needle. So yes, this video was many obstacles to get here. But yes, I think I could make this blanket again, maybe sell it at a market or have it for a gift pattern, you know, to just do again. Now you're at the next row at the end, and you've got an open space, and you are going to do your cluster. No, you're going to do a double crochet. Oh my goodness, I said it wrong. And then you do your up, and then you're going to do a cluster in that next space right there. In that same space, but on the next row. I'm sorry, I said that wrong, y'all. But now this blanket was so much fun, and it's so soft to work with. I think I'll be making this blanket again. And I might even make a sweater with this pattern. I think that would be a very interesting use of it. And making it out of this big, bulky, soft baby yarn would be amazing. I think I skipped a stitch here. I skipped a space. Maybe? Maybe not? Oh, yes, I did. Watch this. See that big pull? And there it is. There's where I'm supposed to be. Y'all, you just got to kind of watch as you're going. You might make a mistake like that, and if you do, it kind of pulls it in, and you'll notice if you look. So just go back and double check. Well, anyway, I hope you're enjoying this, and I will do one more slower demonstration on this stitch because it's just a little tricky when you're first getting it. Here we are with this beautiful, beautiful puffy stitch. I absolutely love how this is turning out, and I just wanted to give you an extra demonstration here on how to do it. So here we go. So here on the end, we did 1 double crochet in the top of this here from the previous row, and then we did a chain 3 up here. So this will be our next puffy stitch, and I just wanted to slow down and do this without the voiceover and do it in real time, because this stitch is a little bit complicated if you've never done it before. So we're going to go loop under, go through the space you want your stitch in, grab your yarn and pull through. Then you're going to grab your yarn and pull through 2. You're basically doing the first part of a double crochet. So you're going to loop under, you're going to do this 2 more times, go through, grab your yarn and pull through, grab your yarn and pull through 2. So you've got your second one there. This is your chain from the end. And now you've got 3 yarns on your hook. So you're going to loop under, go through, grab your yarn and come up, and then you're going to pull through 2. Now you've got 3 stitches in your cluster, and you're going to grab your yarn and pull through all of these, and then do a chain. And see, there's your cluster. Now we're going to do this again in the next space here. Loop under, go through. You're going to do like the first part of a double crochet where you pull through 2. You're going to repeat that step, do it again, pull through 2, do it again, pull through 2, until you have 3 in your cluster, and then you're going to pull through all of them. And then you're going to chain 1. We're going to do it again. Make sure I'm right in the center here. This is your space, and this is your next space. Loop under, go through here, pull through 2. Loop under, go through, pull through 2. See, there's 2 in your cluster. You need 1 more. Loop under, go through, pull through 2. Now you've got 3 in your cluster, and then you're going to pull through all those. And that is the only stitch you're going to use for all of this blanket until you get to the very end. And this is what it looks like a little faster. And then you've got 3 on each one, and you pull through. And you do 1 chain after each stitch. And there you go. It's really simple once you get the hang of it. So we're going to do 1 more together. Loop under, go through, grab it, loop under, go through, grab it, and you're going to pull through 2 each time. Loop under, go through, grab it, go through 2. Now each time when you're done with this, you're going to have 4 loops on your hook. Then you're going to pull it through all 4 and do a chain. I hope this has been a very clear explanation. I hope it's not too complicated. If you need to, you can rewind it and go back to where we started this. And once you get it, you'll have it, because this is a very repetitive movement with your stitches. So I will see you at the end when we are getting this bordered up, and I hope you've enjoyed this very much. Cannot wait to see this blanket done. There we are with another cluster. It's fairly simple once you get the hang of it. You just got to get those stitches in the same place, and then make sure you've got 4 on your hook and pull through. All right. Okay, here we are. I am so excited. I think this is a good size, and the lighting is a little off right now. This is just daylight, but this puff stitch is so cute, and we are ready to put the border on. So here we go. I still have to tie some ends in, but we are ready to do the border. So here we go. Okay, well, I'm very excited because this is a simple border, and it is going to make this blanket edged off and finished correctly. So here we go. All we're going to do is we're going to chain 2. I like to chain 2 because it just makes it a little more finished on the edge. And we are going to single crochet all the way around. That's it. You're going to single crochet. 1 single crochet per stitch, and that's it. And on the corners, you're going to do 3. Okay? And that's all. So this puff blanket is so beautiful. But this is all you do to border it. And it's going to give it a finished look and make all the sides look a little more professional, put together. See how it looks on the edge now? Instead of just this here or just this, you've got a finished edge, and it's beautiful. So we're just going to go single crochet all the way around, and when we get to a corner, we're going to do 3. We're still using our big needle, and this is a baby blanket, so it's not larger, but it's kind of a cuddle blanket or a lap blanket, and I think it's just the right size. I've got a baby in mind for this one, actually. So there we go. Single crochet all the way. And I will show you when I get to the corner. Okay, this next stitch is the corner, so we are just going to do 1, 2, and 3. And there's your corner. And then the side is going to be a little trickier to go down because you've got these double crochets, and you just go in the middle of them. Like you go in the middle of that double crochet and the top and the bottom of it. Okay? So you're going to go right there, and then you're going to go in the middle. And just make sure that it's pretty smooth and not pulling. You want to keep your tension kind of loose, okay? And that way you won't have a tight corner or a tight side that pulls your fabric in. You want it to be kind of loosey-goosey. And it gives you a finished corner and a finished look. So I'm going to go all the way around this, and then I will show you the finished product. All right, here we are. This is so beautiful. There's a little more light. This is so gorgeous, y'all. I love how it turned out. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope that you can try this pattern and let me know and send me a wildlyartisticliving@gmail.com if you have made this and would like to share your work with me. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.